You might didn't know this, but there are many crappy neighborhoods in Europe, and in some cases, it's even called ghetto. So obviously, this is a topic of today's video. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video and check out 5 worst neighborhoods in Europe. Number 5. Ferentari, Romania, Bucharest. Well, we are already back in Romania, and this is a country with a long socialist planning traditions that evoked in mass urbanization back in the days. And this urbanization has affected almost every city in Romania. Well, the first years after the 1989 revolution caused end of housing planning by the government, so these neighborhoods were not getting any money from the state. Ferentari is a typical example of post-socialist ghetto where many segregated groups now live. Fortunately, things have changed a lot since then, when publications like Daily Mail were ranking Romania 4th on the list of the most dangerous places in the world to visit, with almost 70,000 crimes committed each year. Today, the neighborhood is starting to look just like a regular neighborhood in Bucharest. But there's still a bit of work left to be done. More and more families and working class people are moving in. The buildings are being renovated, supermarkets are being built, restaurants are being opened, and regular people with normal lifestyles live here. Alright guys, I hope the best for this neighborhood, and we can get to number 4. Number 4. Stolipinovo neighborhood in Plovdiv, Bulgaria. This district is located on the outskirts of the city of Plovdiv, and it's probably the biggest gypsy or Romani ghetto in the Balkans. But this one differs from other Roma communities in Bulgaria, as only 5,000 inhabitants identify themselves as Christian and Romani-speaking Roma, since the Muslim and Turkish-speaking majority claims to be of Turkish origin. Now let's talk kind of about the history and where the problem started. As in Romania after 1989 revolution, there have been almost no investments in the neighborhood. In combination of illegal housing, this led to severe problems with regards to electricity and water supply. And all of this rapidly increased poverty and bad living conditions, which makes this place one of the worst places to live in Europe. Number 3. Chanov, Czech Republic. This small district in the outskirts of the Most city has been built for miners that were working in the nearby factory in 1978. They lived there together with Roma coming from Slovakia. The buildings could not kept in good condition, and in the end most of the inhabitants left, and today it serves as a Roma ghetto. Living conditions there are so bad that the place is one of the worst ghettos in Central Europe. In any case, we can expect the demolition of one of these buildings in the near future, as the Czech government has announced that in 2022 it will take place. Number 2. Luník 9, Eastern Slovakia. This location is not so far from the number 3. We are situated in Eastern Slovakia, in the second biggest Slovak city called Košice. On the outskirts, there's a ghetto called Luník 9. There's one pretty strange thing about this nasty neighborhood, and it's that it used to be a very modern area with very decent quality of living. It was inhabited by police and army forces and their families. Minority were Roma people. The task of the police and other forces was to integrate the Roma into society and life in this place. However, they did not integrate into society, and the officers began to leave the city. Therefore, the city had no supervision and became a place without any laws. The break occurred when gypsies from illegal camps moved here. Without knowing how to use modern devices, they lived here on their own. Today, the city is full of garbage and houses are in terrible condition. The once modern city is now the largest ghetto in Europe. Yet before we start with number 1, I would like to mention that number 1 certainly does not mean the worst. because in this case, it's definitely not the worst. However, let's get into it. Number 1. Naples suburbs. The Lee Valley residential complex in the Naples suburbs, which is infamously known as an organized crime scene, will be demolished, as the city management decided. The housing estate is a symbol of brutalist architecture, poverty, and mafia gangs. It became infamous in 2004 when the whole of Europe witnessed one of the greatest wars of the local clans. Residents of the housing estate now hope that the dark period in their suburbs, which was later made famous by the series, will end up with demolition. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave the like and subscribe button to see more videos and get notifications. Alright guys, this is all from me today. Have a good day. Goodbye.